Ahoy there, Elder Scrolls Legends fans. I'm Dead Broke Nerd, and this is another Tessel Tuesday where we play around with this beautiful, wonderful game that is unfortunately dead, but regardless, it's still a blast to play. I was not really sure what I wanted to do this week. I've been super busy, got a new job, it's going great, but it does leave me with a little less time than I had before, so I really hadn't had any ideas, but I was actually clicking around on my lunch break on YouTube looking at other people's stuff, and I saw Silver Fuse's Red Mountain Rage deck, and I decided, hey, this looks like fun. I've always enjoyed Dagoth. I want to give it a try, but of course put a little bit of my own spin on it and try a couple of the other cards that I thought would be really cool in this list. So it is very similar to hers. I hope you go check out the video. I think I'm going to put it somewhere up in the cards, but I decided I wanted to do a couple of things different. I took out some of the lower cost stuff, not a lot of it, but a couple things, and then I decided I wanted to have a few different options at the top end, the Daedric Titan being one of them, another drain target for Rage, which I thought would be really handy. I also wanted to put in the Fighters Guild Steward just to trigger a couple battles and maybe be able to get a sweet Child of Hircine or, I don't know, Belligerent Giant play without having to go full on the Rage package. And so I put a couple of those in there. Of course, this is all based around the Red Mountain, which is a new support, one of the ones from the... Oh, is it Tamriel? I can't remember what collection this was, whatever they named it, but the promo stuff that they released when the game died. This is a 4-mana support. It's only in Dagoth. It would be really interesting to play this in colors besides Dagoth. I'd be super interested. But your creatures with 5 power more cost 2 less. And so you can see that we have a lot of different cards that cost, or with a 5 power or more. Queen Baronzaya, Daedric Titan, Hand of Dagoth. This was one of the other ideas I had. Prankster Mage. Prankster Mage coming down is a little bit more defensive than this deck I think normally would like, but it actually has been playing really, really well for me to kind of secure the board in the mid game. Torval Extortionist, which is absolutely awesome with both rages and just in general, huge body, great threat, and the ability to play out, you know, another big creature if you really want to turn up the tempo on your opponent. We have Child of Hircine, classic Rage combo, Belly Giants and Cradle Crushers, of course, Sai Sahan on Kano, Eclipse Baroness. I mean, basically, you guys can read. You see what's here. But these are all things with 5 power or more, so you're able to get these at discount once you get the Red Mountain down. The thing about this, guys, and I really want to stress this because I was a little apprehensive about playing around with this, but in my testing, this has been the case. Red Mountain is it's icing. You don't need this card to play a great Dagoth Rage deck, and you also don't need to get Red Mountain to make this deck that you have here win. Granted, it's a little high on the top end if you weren't playing Red Mountain, but even without Red Mountain, there's such a great controlling early game package with lethal pings, with Archer's Gambit, as well as some just great stall tools, Shrieking Harpies, Skaven Pyromancers, Sanctuary Pets, stuff like that, to really control that early game so that you can get these big threats down and flip the board later in the game. At the risk of having a little bit of a spoiler, the game I'm going to attach, I actually wasn't able to draw Red Mountain. The unfortunate reality is simply that this is 3 cards in a 75 card deck. I cannot see it every time. I played several games trying to find a game where I found Red Mountain. I couldn't find it a single time. I eventually said, I have to attach a game that's fun and go to bed because I have work in the morning, but hopefully you guys will still find the game I chose exciting, even though Red Mountain is not featured in it despite the name of the deck. I'm sorry, guys. I only had so much time to record. But this is Mountain Rage Code Red. I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't stop thinking of Mountain Dew Code Red whenever I thought of Red Mountain. So ignore the pun and enjoy the games. If you like it, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It's one of the best ways to support me as a content creator and keep this stuff coming out so you guys can enjoy it. If you have any ideas about this deck or others, especially Tessel decks, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm running out of my big giant list of decks I wanted to feature on the channel. So if you have some really cool ideas, let me know. Put them in the comments, and I'm happy to check those out. I always read the comments, and I try to respond as best as I can, time permitting. So hopefully you guys will enjoy Mountain Rage Code Red. I'm going to get right into the game in just a second, but you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time for Tessel Tuesday. Alright, looks like we got a game here. Let's see what we can do with the Red Mountain. Hopefully we can draw it, you know. Going up against Telvanni, though. Oh, God, they're going to kill the Red Mountain as soon as we put it down. It's annoying. You know, games canceled. People still playing Telvanni. But you never know. They might be playing a really cool brand of Telvanni. They might be playing something cool. Does lead with Unglim on turn 1, though. You should probably put Unglim in this deck. There's no reason to play anything, really.
Your death will be swift.
We'll just keep passing. Drawing a lot of early game stuff here, which is fine. I wouldn't be opposed to a higher end threat here. We're drawing a ton of reactive cards. We're playing against another control deck, and one which has some pretty explosive mid to late game, so not something I'm super excited to see them have. We do have the Daedric Titan. I guess I have to push damage on these guys, so we'll put the Daedric Titan out here. Worst case scenario, it draws removal. If it draws a guard, of course we can go with something like
Your death will be swift.
Fighter's Guild Archer's Gambit or something, you know. Just a mummify. Okay, casual mummify.
They won't even see my blue.
And, you know, insult to injury, guys. Insult to injury. At least it's a premium Shriveled Mummy. Because it was a premium Daedric Titan, so it's a premium Shriveled Mummy.
What have we here?
What have we here? That's a discounted Tazcad, though. We'll just... I mean, I could Channeled Storm this. Yeah, why not? I have so much removal.
For the Black Hand.
Yep. What? Really? Giving me a card. Okay. That's a Sheer Point, though. Maybe this is something a little bit different. Haven't seen Sheer Point in a while.
My scale move in shadow.
Do I want to like Sancpet Archer's Gambit or like Fighters Guild Archer's Gambit this? I would be able to like develop Tazcat afterwards. Maybe that's the play. Maybe it's Fighters Guild.
If I fall, haste will reclaim me.
I know it seems like a kind of unnecessary play, but if they're running Sheer Point, then they're going to be running other, or just another Sheer Point. Oh boy, that card is so strong. Well, I was going to develop, I guess I could just play the Ancano. I do have a Unstoppable Rage. So yeah, let's develop the Ancano in the Shadow Lane. So many important things are on Ancano's mind. We do have a 5/5 now. My concern is card draw and the ability to push my opponent down fast enough. Shrieking Harpy, pretty standard affair. I will say we do have oh my, that is a Belligerent Giant. So we've got Shadow Shift Rage, which is pretty great. And good enough that I'm even tempted to like leave this alone. But I think we'll go I could develop Tazcad here. That puts 2 damage on their face. It also keeps a creature on board if they're somehow able to board wipe this turn. And it keeps yet another breakthrough creature as well for if they get a conscription down the next couple turns. I think that's going to be key, is stopping them from conscripting by keeping breakthrough creatures for a rage. I could Belly Giant this as well, but I'm thinking I'd rather leave that till after there's no...
You will die where you stand.
Till after there's no shackle on this, so obviously I can get the damage in then. Taz, I think we let them take this trade, because if they don't, I can obviously like Shadow Shift Rage in a lane with a couple chumps in it. So that's the turn. Bum 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 bum. It's fun to play Tazcat. That guy really, unfortunately, saw a little bit of a lack of love for the last half of the game. Honestly, people didn't trust the Taz. All right, what you got for me? Drain Vitality? Really? Oh, setting up an Ice Storm. Could you be more apparent? The answer is no, you couldn't be more apparent. The interesting thing here is that I could Belly Giant this Sheer Point and make the Ice Storm not kill my Belly Giant, but then... See, I'm going to get a 4-4 afterwards. Like, that's what people are forgetting here. I'm going to keep a 4-4 afterwards. So I definitely want to go all in face, right? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely happening.
We'll see about this.
I guess the real question is, do I want to put a tick of damage on this so it would die to their Ice Storm as well? Could be like a Sai Sahan on the follow-up, or a Debilitate. In fact, it might be a Debilitate. If it's a Debilitate with the Sheer Point, I guess I'm not as bummed out, because then the Sheer Point goes down -2, -2, and then I have a 4-4. Just feel like a shame not to develop something. Even though this will die to Debilitate or Ice Storm, I'm still going to play it in case they don't have either. It doesn't seem like it's that much of a commitment. Maybe I should have committed the Harpy, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. The Fighters Guild... Oh, that's a Dragon aspect. Interesting. Maybe deciding that the Ice Storm or Debilitate can wait. Honestly, I would have played those. But what do I know, you know? What do I really know?
Feel the power within you.
Feel the power within you. Cool. So here's an interesting thought. We could go like Archer's Gambit, move this, ping, and then kill. But I really kind of just want the damage. So what I'm leaning towards is something like an Ashlander Punisher Archer's Gambit kill. The Punisher grows, and then I have yet another good rage target, and this thing lives for another 4 damage. So I think that's it. So it's going to be 4 damage to the face. It's going to be Ashlander Punisher Archer's Gambit.
Protect the Ashcon.
And Ashlander Punishers serve for really good rages, because they can rage, and then if they do even any bit of breakthrough, it grows so that then they can attack the face. So this is going to be turn here, I'm thinking. Unfortunately, I didn't see the Red Mountain. Would have liked to have played it with all these big boys. Ah, that's the Brahmin.
Scaleless coward.
Probably one of the only cards that could have bailed him out there. I could still rage. I think I still rage. Oh, no. I mean, well... I could rage, so I could go shift the Punisher, Sanctuary Pet, Fist Mage, and then rage with the Tazcad. Or I could just Belly Giant bounce the Preserver, and then have the rage available. I do find this rather annoying. Could also go Prankster Mage, Sank Pet. But I definitely don't want to bounce this. I bounce the Preserver. But the Preserver is always going to be there unless I then rage. I mean, I have this like pretty much at all times. You know, I'm leaning towards the Prankster Mage Sanctuary Pet play, where I go Sank Pet on this.
Here you've been looking for me.
Yeah, that's... that Hiss Mage is still hitting me, but I kind of want the cards at this point. Dragon Aspect. Sure, they're removing the Sank Pet because they're under the perception that I need the Sank Pet to get to their face. Which, thanks to the Belly Giant, I don't. But I understand the play for sure. Plus, it heals him up a little bit. Heals him up, what, 4 points? 3 points? Mana Marco. Uh-oh. On Kano? On Kano.
I have many important things on my mind.
Gonna zap here, I guess? Oh, the bigger guy, duh. And now it's looking really, really, really bad. Yeah. Just two greedy decks going at it. That's another Rage. Torval Rage is a thing. Torval Ring Rage. Oh my gosh, yes. So we go Torval. That was an insane pickup. Like, I can't...
By the light of 2 moons, you will pay.
I can't understate this. 23. Oh, that's fun. Alright, so it's Belly Giant. And then is it attack face for 10?
For
Yeah.
the Ashkan. Goodbye.
And then we Harpy the Red Brahmin. And then we're holding the Shift Rage, or really just the Shift, to try to set up a win. Oh, that Torval pickup was nuts! Really hoping we can secure this with the Shadow Shift. Mute. Okay. Alright. That's a cool play. I like it. My Prankster Mage gets hurt. Or silenced. Whatever. You get the idea. I've got actually a silence. I can silence and rage. I also can silence and move. Like, I have so many ways to try to find lethal. Like, I guess double Ice Storm kills me still. They've got the mana for it. Preserver. Takes him down to 9 mana. Still liking my odds here.
I will protect the hills. The waters of life.
True reminder. Well, I don't have to rage to win.
I bow.
Yeah, GG. Good game, and there we go. We got a win with the Red Mountain Rage list. Too bad we didn't see Red Mountain there, but I'm going to use that video anyways because I thought that was a really cool pickup of the Torval Extortionist into the Rage to give us the mana to basically play out our other threats in hand, ready to win on the following turn, and sure enough, our opponent wasn't able to respond to it. So that was really cool. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. You can't find Red Mountain every time in a 75 card deck, but as you can see, the deck seems to function pretty darn well even without it, just as normal, you know, Dagoth Rage decks have done for forever. The Red Mountain just adds that little bit of extra spice. So hopefully you guys enjoy the list. Hopefully you guys can play it and get some sweet Red Mountains out. I have in testing, so it's a lot of fun, a very enjoyable list, to say the least, and thanks to Silverfuse actually for experimenting with it, and I really enjoyed her video on it. So be sure to go check that out too if you want to see more Dagoth raging. That's it for this week on Tesla Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoy a full week full of Tesla activities and come back next week. I don't really know what the plan is for next week. I was thinking about doing a meta deck, but we'll see. I might end up reverting to some fun, goofy stuff again next week. Have a great time, guys, on the ladder, in the gauntlet, whatever that may be, and I'll see you next time.